A realistic grab pack, a complete overhaul of the hands, and a revamp of the mechanics and blocks. It's all in this version. Watch until the end to see how everything works. Let's start with the fact that now the hands are just hands. We have a simple grab pack that you need to equip, and if you unequip it, it disappears. How is this different from the old version? The hand is now a physical object. We take all the hands. As you can see, they don't work on their own. For this, you've been given a special item where you can add hands. Now we have a right hand. We have another item that lets you switch hands with a nice animation. We also have an Addon settings menu. Open it up for now. It only has grab pack settings. You can use the slider to make the cable thick or thinner to reduce lag. If you click the reset button, the cable will reset to its default state. But that's not all there is to the physics. I managed to implement a rope that can wrap around blocks and coil around them. And yes, the rope has a length. It won't stretch infinitely. The hands work like this. You click, and it extends. Click again, and it retracts. It wraps around blocks really smoothly. But what about incomplete blocks like fences? It's simple, they bend around physically too. Chests do the same. In fact, they bend around half blocks. See that object? Let's try picking it up with our hand. We shoot, and it pulls the objects in. It works really well. Now pay close attention, we've got power poles. Plus, the textures for these two have been updated. It all works pretty simply. Shoot the energy emitter with one hand, and our cable will start glowing. Then we need to power the pole with electricity and shoot it with the other hand, and the doors will open. If you don't power the pole, nothing will work. We now have a wrench. We use it to connect the doors to the mechanisms. Let me demonstrate. Place the doors, the energy emitter, and the energy receiver, and arrange as many poles as you want. Then open the menu in the wrench and select the energy receiver. After that, you need to click the receiver, and now we connect everything else to it. Click Next, then click on 1 to 6 pillars, and click Next again. Now we need to click on 1 to 6 doors that this receiver opens, and save the settings. Now we simply get the energy, charge all the columns, and shoot the receiver with the other hand, and all the doors open. If you sit down and tap on something, you'll see information about what's connected to it. Move on to the battery. Let's start by updating the textures for the receiver and the battery. Open the wrench tool and select the battery from the list. Then assign numbers 1 through 6 to the receiver batteries. Click Next, select the doors, and save. Insert the battery, and the doors will open. Take it out, and they'll close. But what if there are, say, 2 batteries, and we assign them to a single door? Now, to open it, you'll have to insert both batteries. If you remove one of them, the door will close. We can also assign a single battery to 2 doors. After that, insert the battery and both doors will open. I updated the platform for the jumps. Now it has a different, more canonical texture, and it interacts with the new hands, or rather, with the purple one. Phew, lucky I made it. Well, that was a lot of fun, but I need to keep going. As for the security panel, you can now attach it to the doors using a wrench. Press to enter the code, and the door opens. The levers now have a different texture. You can now use the wrench to adjust them and link multiple doors or multiple levers together. The energy for the green hand has also been changed. In the wrench, select the mode for the green energy receiver and connect everything. Now, when we take energy from the dispenser, the energy in it disappears for 14 seconds and energy appears on the hand. The hand's texture is now animated and the energy on the hand lasts for 10 seconds. Once the energy receiver is charged, it will remain charged for 10 seconds, so try to open the door and go through before the energy runs out. So we've gotten to the Omni scanners. We've added a new blue Omni scanner, and overall they've been updated. We're also linking them to the doors. We shoot the Omni scanner and the scanning starts, but if you remove your hand, it will stop, so you need to wait until it turns green, after which the door will open. If you have two scanners connected, you need to start scanning with both. If you remove one hand, the scan will stop. We've looked at the Omni scanners, and here are the regular ones. There are 3 of them, blue, red, and green. We attach the scanners and start scanning. We can connect the blue and red ones. Or the blue and green ones. But we can't connect the green and red ones because physically, we can't have those hands together. And if you want to connect just one scanner to the door, you can do that too. With the yellow hand, we can take an ice charge and freeze water or gel. If we charge it with fire, it can set blocks on fire, and wool or wood will burn easily. If we draw energy from here, the energy will disappear for a while. We open the door, and after a while, it will close. Also, if you hit a mob with the charged hand, it will take damage from the electric current. The orange hand now shoots a projectile. The pressure-based punch has been reworked. Now, when fired, it will start to boil and then explode fragile blocks, such as ice, gel, glass, etc. Plus, this hand knocks mobs further away. The horizontal bar isn't working yet, but I'll fix it in the future. The GRABPACK block has been added. You can place it, then click on it to add it to your inventory. The slab textures have been changed again. And dirty variations have been added. You can now combine them, so it doesn't look so monotonous. All brick blocks and so on have been redrawn ... The large tile blocks have also been changed. A larger tile has been added. It looks more icy, I guess. That's it, guys, the overview is done, but the mod will still be updated. Here are a couple of spoilers for version 1.0.6. Well, you can download it in the description. Subscribe, and see you later.